Hello and welcome at Aviation-Event and Aviation-TV. Today we are going to Vienna, to Austria, to Austrian Airlines, to Alexis von Hoensbroech, the CEO of Austrian Airlines. And Alexis, our first question right here is, you are back in the air since about 3 weeks now. And what are your experiences regarding these operations in the last 3 weeks?
Hello, Marcel. Good to talk to you. Indeed, since 15th of June, we are flying again, and this makes us very happy because we have been 3 months on the ground, which is really, really tough for an airline. In June, we flew only a little bit, so roughly 4% of our normal capacity. So this was more or less to test the water. And as we saw that the demand is fairly okay, we decided to go to about 20% of our normal capacity in July. So since 1st of July, we have 20% of our capacity in the air, or half of the fleet, because we try to move as many aircraft as possible, also for maintenance reasons. And we also started to fly long haul again. So the majority is, of course, short and mid haul. But since 1st of July, we also fly to the US, to New York, to Chicago, Washington, and also to Bangkok. And it's working. Life is coming back to our industry, and this gives us a lot of hope.
And the reason why we're talking today, beginning of July somehow, is summer 2020. The big question mark. Will people fly to vacations and some other things? So what is your estimation on the summer? How are things going? How's the booking situation?
Yeah, so the load factors that we have are okay. So they are in the 70s. So with that, we are happy. We see that people travel both for business reasons and for leisure reasons. So we have some stable business within the German-speaking countries like Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. But we also see quite strong demand actually to the Mediterranean, to Southeast Europe, Croatia, to Greece. Also to southern France. So this is running pretty well. But we also see that people are still very nervous. And we all know that the situation is highly dynamic. The corona infections in the countries are varying from day to day, from week to week. And we see that people who are booking, they are booking on a very short-term basis. So typically bookings are coming in for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Longer periods are hardly booked at all, so people seem to be still nervous, although we can say that we expect that there will be that the majority of what we have published will indeed also be flown.
But destinations are open. The southern European destinations, there are no restrictions anymore, kind of.
Well, we fly them, but restrictions can happen, and as we all know, they are varying country by country. So Greece just introduced a new entry rules for corona tests. Then there are also changing rules with Croatia and other countries. So things are pretty dynamic, but we also see that people want to go out to the sea, that after the time of the lockdown, many Austrians want to move. And also many people want to go to Austria. We see that especially from Germany. So there is some movement back in the air, and I think summer holiday is a good opportunity for everyone also to get some distance from the lockdown. So therefore we see fairly good demand, and we are looking optimistically into the future.
Going to the winter, Aviation-Event 2020 coming up at 1st December 2020 in Vienna at your hub. What is your estimation based on today's facts? You were just talking about the 3 weeks booking attitudes people have in these times. What is your estimation? What capacity will be in the air beginning of December at Vienna Airport, your airline, and maybe others?
First of all, we are happy that you do your event in Vienna, so welcome. And of course, we are looking forward to flying as many people as possible to your event. And regarding the network, of course, probably every figure that I would mention now will turn out to be wrong since the situation is still dynamic. But in our internal plans, we expect to have about 50% of our normal capacity in the air in December. So this will already cover a broad part of our network, maybe not at the previous frequency pattern, but at least destination-wise, I think we will have a very good network until then. But of course, we also have to see how the situation develops and how certain countries will deal with the coronavirus and with entry rules. But we expect that the overall possibilities to travel to and from Vienna will be relatively good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you very much. Just another question regarding 1st of December or the day before. You are one of the speakers at that event. From how many cities do you think beginning of December our people could fly directly to Vienna to Aviation-Event with Austrian Airlines?
Mm-hmm. So we haven't finalized the flight plan yet, so it's I can't give you a precise figure. But to give you an idea, right now we are already flying to 50 destinations, 50. So this is already a quite broad portfolio, and I expect that this will further grow. So maybe 60, 70 destinations will be online until December. That's my expectation.
Good. Then people can fly to Aviation-Event.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. Thank you very much. See you there at the latest. Yeah. And thank you for the interview. And we are going to cross-check all the numbers and estimations we got from you and all the other airline CEOs during the next couple of months, and hoping for more, to be honest. We're hoping for more than you just told us.
So do we, but it's, as you know, plan for the worst and then hope for the best, and that's what we are doing.
Exactly. See you then. Thank you very much.
See you then. Goodbye.